if you look at the different categories of Vedic literature, say like the Samhitas, the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, and so on, in those texts, the power of the text used in sacrifices, a great fire sacrifice, a great state sacrifice like Rajasuya and so on, and other sacrifices, the power was actually in the physical sound. The power was that. So therefore, you had to memorize the sound, because if you got one little sound wrong, it didn't work. It's like if you're building a computer and you put one part in the wrong place, it's like, whoops, the computer doesn't work. That's the nature of technology. And so there's a famous example of this given in the Bhagavata-Purana when Twashta had a son, Vishwarupa, who had 3 heads, which is, can't imitate that. But so he was chanting Vedic mantras and making offerings for his community, the Devas. He was making offerings to the forefathers, but also because he was related in the family to the Asuras, on the side, he would do a little offering for the Asuras, just like for the family. So when Indra found out about this, he was outraged that, you are making offerings to the Asuras. So he killed Vishwarupa. And of course, Twashta, his father, did not appreciate this. And since Twashta was also a Deva, he wanted revenge. So he arranged this great Vedic sacrifice in which he would create this monster, this creature that would kill Indra. So he had to chant, in order to create this creature, he had to chant that this creature will be Indra Shatru. Shatru means mortal enemy. But, big sacrifice, lots of money. You've probably seen these fire sacrifices that, threaten to go on literally for your entire lifetime. So they were chanting all these mantras, and he made he just misplaced an accent. Instead of saying Indra Shatru, which means Indra's mortal enemy, he said Indra Shatru, which means Indra will be the mortal enemy of this creature. And of course, that was the birth of Vritra, which is also mentioned in the Rig Veda. And so just by misplacing one accent, it gave the opposite effect. So when you have this culture where the power is in the physical sound, it has to be perfect. I remember at one of the most famous, what are called Vedicists, one of those funny English words, scholars who specifically study the Shruti literature. One of those famous and accomplished scholars is Michael Witzel, who was my main professor at Harvard. And I remember he often said that the memorization of the Rig Veda, which is this huge work, was so perfect. He said that if you listen to a qualified person chanting today, it's exactly like having a tape recording of 5,000 years ago.